The benefits of running don't just stop at improved fitness. Lots of advantages can be gained from putting one foot in front of the other. A runner's body can come in all shapes and sizes, but the benefits of running remain the same for everyone. So, if you're thinking about kicking your run to the curbside now, the weather has turned. Whether you stick with your outdoor run and yield the extra benefits of training in colder temperatures, or start looking into the best treadmill you can buy, studies show that in the long term, running can improve longevity of life by lowering your blood pressure, cholesterol levels and resting heart rate. But there's more. For those who really want a deep dive into the physiological technicalities, here's why running really is one of the best forms of exercise. It increases your lactate threshold. The term "feel the burn" is generally associated with hard-working muscles during a workout. You've probably felt it during a particularly grueling session. Your body breaks down glucose to be used as energy, and a byproduct of this process is lactic acid. The harder you work, the more lactate accumulates, until eventually you can't get rid of it quick enough. This is known as your lactate threshold, and there have been lots of studies that show the importance and role of anaerobic threshold in endurance sports. A higher lactate threshold will allow for a faster. When running at lower intensities, the primary component the body needs and uses to produce the energy is oxygen. This aerobic process is efficient, but also relatively complex and can become overloaded or backed up as energy demand rises with exercise intensity. There will be a point where a second energy production system begins to make a contribution, and this is the anaerobic system. This system produces energy rapidly without oxygen, but it is also inefficient, burning cellular fuel more quickly and producing the byproducts, lactate and lactic acid. From a running performance point of view, the shift to inefficient energy production results in an unsustainable system that will ultimately lead to fatigue. However, a higher lactate threshold is trainable, and the best way to improve it is to train at, or around, lactate threshold intensity, with working intervals significantly longer than recovery intervals. It improves your VO2 max. Put simply, VO2 max is the maximum rate of oxygen your body is able to consume and use during 1 minute of exercise. A higher VO2 max means you're in good shape physically, and if you're looking to improve yours, running can help. It has been shown that running at specific intensities for certain periods of time can actually improve your VO2 max. VO2 max is measured in milliliters of oxygen per kilogram of body weight per minute. It is generally considered the gold standard measure of cardiovascular fitness. The higher it is, the longer you can potentially exercise for at any given intensity. While it can be impacted by numerous genetic factors, such as age and sex, men will generally have a higher VO2 max than women due to muscle mass and hemoglobin levels. The good news is, everyone can improve theirs. Research from the Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise journal shows that running at 90 to 95% of maximum heart rate for 4 minutes followed by 4 minutes of resting at 70% max heart rate, 4 times round increased participants' VO2 max by an average of 7.2%. On top of improving your running performance, a high VO2 max could also make everyday tasks easier to perform. Another study showed that climbing a set of stairs can cost around 33.5 milliliters/kg per minute of our VO2 max, which could be a sedentary individual's maximal capacity. By improving this, it means we may find it easier to perform everyday tasks, which is particularly important as we grow older due to our VO2 max levels declining with age. VO2 max can also play a huge part in prevention and, according to research from Frontiers in Bioscience, is the strongest independent predictor of future life expectancy in both healthy and cardiorespiratory diseased individuals. It boosts bone health. Lacing up and pounding the pavement can often be thought of as detrimental to joints and knees. However, research shows that running can in fact be good for bone health. Running is often perceived as bad for joints, in particular the knees and hips, and too much high-impact exercise can damage bone and may cause long-term problems such as stress fractures. However, there is much evidence to show that impact exercise, such as running, can actually help with bone formation and bone density, and reduce the effect of osteoporosis. long-distance runners were evaluated to establish change in bone properties, using ultrasound and biochemical markers to determine bone strength and bone formation markers. The male and female runners, aged 30 to 49 years, ran an average of 48.6 kilometers per week, with an average frequency of 4.4 times per week. No significant difference was found in bone strength for either the males or females across all age groups, meaning there was no decrement in bone strength when running long distances. However, there was a significant improvement in blood serum markers of osteocalcin, which is a marker of bone formation for both males and females across all age groups. This shows that bone formation may be improved with distance running by stimulating osteoclasts. This supports the view that bone density is reliant on the forces acting on the bone, in this case, the impact to the legs from running. For those over 50, worried about osteoporosis, don't even think about switching to a non-resistance training modality. Research in the journal found that older runners had higher bone mineral density than swimmers of the same age. This suggests that moderate impact activities are better for maintaining skeletal integrity with age. It improves brain health. Struggling with that afternoon deadline? Can't make an important life decision? The answer might lie in a quick run. A study showed that 10 minutes of moderate intensity running increases local blood flow to the parts of the brain that plays an important role in controlling mood and executive functions. In such a short time, to see a mental improvement in brain function is really positive and should help spur people to enjoy daily exercise. In the study, researchers found that just a short session increased blood flow to the prefrontal cortex, so it could benefit everything from focus, memory, planning, organization, and even impulse decision-making. So, what does this mean in real life? Moderate intensity running can be worked out using fancy heart rate monitoring, but more simply you can do the talk test, which for moderate intensity means you can comfortably talk whilst running at a pace for 10 minutes. This might take a bit of training and working up to this level, but even just getting moving and brisk walking, especially with some hills or inclines involved, helps into improve brain blood flow and boost your happy hormones, as well as trigger endocannabinoid synthesis, which releases bliss molecule anandamide to help you feel good. Running and walking outdoors is best fresh air, and nature really boosts mental health. In fact, the runner's high is not an endorphins release, as previously thought, but the body releasing anandamide, an endocannabinoid produced in the body, which makes us feel great. We made extra efforts to produce such kind of informative videos. If you feel that this video gives you some kind of valuable information, then like and subscribe this channel. Share this video with your family and friends. Hit the bell icon so that you will not miss any such kind of informative videos.